as well. One last piece I want to mention, and it goes like this. Hashem tells the Jewish people, at this point, this is before the sin of the golden calf, that they're going to enter into the land of Israel. And at this point, we're going straight in. There wasn't a 40-year wait because they hadn't sinned with the golden calf, the Chet HaEgel, yet. And yet Hashem says to Moshe Rabbeinu, Hine anochi sholech malach lefanecha. I'm going to let you enter into Israel with an angel. With an angel, a malach. Does that sound good to you? Does that sound good to you? An angel is going to escort us into Israel? No! Why is that good? Who do you want to escort us into Israel? Says Rashi Hashem. Who took us out of Egypt? Hashem. Ani v'lo malach. Ani v'lo saraf. Ani v'lo shaliach. Hashem took us in. Why, the Meforshim try to understand, is Hashem downgrading the entry into the land of Israel by sending a malach instead to help us get in? This is a very, very good and powerful question, and I'll give you an answer, a potential answer to this question. So Rashi says, and it's going to be mentioned later on, after the sin of the golden calf, that since Hashem knew they were going to sin, he told Moshe Rabbeinu there's going to be a problem, and therefore I'm not going to take you in. An angel will. Is this true, by the way? Did this happen? Yes. If you remember, Yehoshua bin Nun, when he enters the Jewish people into Israel, what happens the night before he's about to go in and fight in Jericho? A malach comes. Remember that? That's this malach. It's this malach says, you're not going to get in. He's already telling Moshe Rabbeinu they're going to mess up. I'm telling you they're going to mess up. I'm just preparing you for that eventuality. And a malach is going to have to take them in. And that malach is, you're not going to see this malach because, so Moshe Rabbeinu fights with him and says, please, not a malach, so it's fine. In your lifetime, you're not going to have to deal with this malach, but Yehoshua bin Nun is, and the Jewish people are. They're going to get to go in. It's going to be a wonderful entry, but it's not going to be the best one. The best entry into Israel is Hashem himself, Kivyachol, taking us in. That's what we want. That is the most miraculous, the most powerful, the most amazing. And then he says, and not only that, when you get in with that malach in the days of Yehoshua, although he doesn't say it explicitly here, because at this point Moshe Rabbeinu is still getting in, you're going to defeat 7 Canaanite nations. And then he only mentions 6. He leaves out the Girgashi, the Girgashites. What happened to them? Comes along Rashi and says, they're small. They're a small nation, not worth mentioning them. I mean, that's a weird thing to say because they were mentioned before. Hargigashi, Yavusi, it mentions all of them. It doesn't mention over here. So another one says, you know what? No problem. I'll tell you why they're not being mentioned. Because they got out. They knew the Jewish people were coming, and one of the Canaanite nations ended up escaping and going to, anyone know where? Africa. They listened. They said, we're out of here. This is not going to end well. We saw what happened to the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians. It's going to happen to us too. Let's get the heck out. So they left. The Givonim, the Gibeonites, they said, we're staying, but we're going to trick Yehoshua to let us become part of the Jewish people. He did a whole scam. They ended up staying and fooling Yehoshua, just like happened in the days of Moshe Rabbeinu, and they ended up staying as well. One last piece is fine. So we have 7, went down to 6, and then down to 5. But Avram Avinu was promised the land of 10 Canaanite nations. What about them? Who are they? It's mentioned. The Keni, Kenizi, Kadmoni. Whoever they are. Edom, Moab, some other nations. Emori, we don't know who they are. Why are they not mentioned over here? So, once again, since the golden calf is going to happen, this is part of the same prophecy. He's like, you're going to lose your merit to get a massive Israel that was promised to Avram Avinu. So I'm downgrading you from 10 down to 7, down to 6 over here. Down to 6. But Avram Avinu was promised the land of 10 Canaanite nations. He says, yes. Acharit Yamim, at the end of days, the land of Israel is going to be much, much larger. And he's going to fulfill the prophecy that I didn't give to Moshe, but I gave to Avram Avinu. And the land of Israel is going to be much larger. It's going to go up to Nahar Parat, the Euphrates. If you look at the map Euphrates River starts in Turkey, goes up. Here's Damascus, is up here. It's way into Syria. We're taking back Syria, my friends. Bezrat Hashem. Full scale. Forget the Golan. That's just a little taste of what it's going to be. We're going to have that. We're going to have parts of Mitzrayim, of Jordan, right? Down south as well, into the Sinai. It's going to be much larger reality. That was not promised in the parasha of Moshe Rabbeinu because of the Chet. However, at the end of days, we're going to see, B'ezrat Hashem, the Gilu Shechina, that Hashem himself is going to bring back. He says, me, myself, I'm going to bring back the Jewish people. So the miracles of Hashem himself bringing us in did not happen here when Yeshua went in, but will happen Achrit Yamim, which we're very close to when the Jewish people finally enter into Israel, get the land of the 10 nations, promised Avinu, and Hashem himself, Ani says Hashem velos malach, Ani velos saraf, Ani velos shilach, I'm going to bring the Jewish people back to the land of Israel. We are on the cusp of it right now. Bimheira, Yamenu, Amen. Have a great day. Chazak u'baruch.